Welcome to another episode of HOARD of the Dragon Queen 2. When we left off, Hartman had just gotten married to a young orc bride named Puyet, now Puyet Bronislav. A day has passed since then. The characters have made it back to the town of Phandalin, where they're at their abandoned manor house, where they're having a little bit of a town council with several major NPCs, including Sork, who they've had with them, Ruby Hammerwhacker, who they brought back from the shrine that the orcs had taken over, Galandro Luna, her friend, who gives the orb back to the Firbolg.
About time.
Puyet and her two brothers, Lubash and Morg, are sitting in the corner. And I guess, unless you feel like moving him around, Hartman is over there with them. Harbin Wester has actually shown up. He came out to greet y'all when y'all showed up into town. He was the one who told Galadriel to go find y'all after Ruby was arrested and taken off by soldiers from Yartar. Mm-hmm. With him is Donabella Fiasco, who apparently has come down from Neverwinter because you didn't show up to pick up your book, but she did overhear you saying something about being from Phandalin. So she came down, so you now have your copy of the Dragon Anatomy. So at this point, you're now allowed to look in the monster manual to see actual dragon stats, not just the general knowledge. No, that's just general knowledge anyone would know. That means you actually get to look in this for actual dragon stats.
Monster manual.
Yes. If and when you want to look at the book. So you have your copy of Dragon Anatomy. And a scout who works for Falcon named Talon is also there with Harbin Wester. And I guess we'll start off with Talon telling you that, Falcon sent me off with a letter to bring to you, Mr. Firbolg, and me and my two other scouts saw you on the road the other day, but we were camping and y'all just blew past before I realized what the hell had just happened. So we've been following, but I had this letter here for you. He starts rummaging through his papers to find it. Here we go.
Falcon's note to the Firbolg. Need a huge favor. Some high-profile foreign nobles are coming to the hunting lodge to participate in an owlbear hunt. They have requested a meeting with Neverwinter's protector, which would be the Firbolgs. In our case, and you're the only one I know that I am on speaking terms with. I cannot say much about the visiting noble. Here, can you just read that? I can't read Falcon's handwriting.
Yeah. They have requested a meeting with Neverwinter's protector, which would be the Firbolgs, in our case, and you're the only one I know that I am on speaking terms with. I cannot say much about the visiting nobles, save that you will find them very interesting, and it never hurts to make friends in high places. If you agree to join us, they are scheduled to arrive on the 7th day of the 3rd week of the month of the Fading. The owlbear hunt will take place on High Harvest Tide Day. You are permitted to bring one companion for the hunt. Choose wisely. Your friend, Falcon.
Is that for me? I'd have
It could be you. It could be him only takes a sidekick. He's only allowed to bring one companion with him for the hunt. Like, you could go with him to the hunting lodge, but if he doesn't have you come along on the hunt, you have to stay at the hunting lodge kind of thing. So.
Choose wisely.
Oh.
Your friend Falcon.
Hello there, Jill.
Well, thank you, Talon. I'll get... You said it was on the 7th of the 3rd week?
Yeah. And you're in the month of the Fading. You're in the 1st week of the month of the Fading.
Alright, so we have another 2 weeks to go. Alright. I'll definitely be there. I'll make sure I bring a companion, and I'm very intrigued by these nobles. Do you have any intel about them?
No, I have no idea.
No idea?
I'm not that high up in Falcon's scouting organization. I'm just a field scout.
Interesting. Well, thank you.
But I will take him back word that you've agreed to show up. So we'll see you in, I guess, what is that, 22 days from now?
See you in 22 days.
Alright.
Fold this up, put it nice in my little pouch, make sure I hold on to it.
Okay. So, you have several people to talk to and lots of things to talk about. I guess just for simplicity, both of you roll initiative to see who, just to kind of create just a simple back and forth of who gets to talk first.
I got 8. He has 5.
All right, here's your conversational initiatives. So, Fearbulg, you get the first question. You have all these people to ask, and you have things on your mind, or things to tell them. Where would you like to begin?
I want to begin with Wester.
Okay.
I want to ask him if he made a deal with Cryovane anytime in the past year.
You're just going to just flat out ask him that in front of everyone?
Yes.
Okay, roll a persuasion check, I guess. Which would be charisma.
+1. 13.
13, so you roll a 14. Good lord, son, I have no idea what you're talking about. Who's Cryovane?
I grab him, and me and him both go outside. And I talk, telling him that Cryovane's the white dragon that's been hovering over Phandalin and next to Sword Mountains. And you're awfully scared of it for some reason, and you know the dragon can just come down and rip your house right off. Why you hiding from it in such a way?
Look, the dragon came to me real early on and told me just to put on a show as if I'm protecting the town so that no one will come breathing down anyone's necks about there being a dragon up here. She threatened my brother, and so all I did was just ask her as long as she doesn't kill anybody. She said she would stick to just taking some livestock every once in a while. It's kind of your classic dragon bargain. But,
Alright.
yeah.
Well, interesting. Basic dragon bargain. Alright, man.
At least she doesn't want virgins. She's satisfied at taking a cow or a sheep every once in a while.
I can accept
But
that.
she's willing to leave the miners alone, and she says she won't attack the town.
Alright. Me and Wester walk back inside.
Okay.
Your turn.
I want to talk to Puyet.
So, wait, which one speaks common? Morg or Lubash?
Lubash.
Alright. Talk to Piyat through Lubash.
What do I say?
You can ask her what she wants to,
Y'all are trying to decide your course of action going forward.
I had to talk to Wester real quick because I just had a hunch I had to get off.
So you're outside of Western.
No,
and
I
just-
already came back inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just walked off real quick. Well, I guess you could probably be talking to her while I'm outside real quick and then I come back. But
Everyone gives y'all weird looks when you come back in, especially since there's a giant hole in the wall. And
probably
So-
heard everything.
Okay, so she can understand me though, right?
No, only Lubash. Pretty much you're talking to Lubash who will translate to
Okay.
Puyat and Puyat will translate to Lubash and back.
Okay. So I talk to Lubash and I say, if you get a little uncomfortable here, just let me know. We don't have to stick around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
What
ask
does
her.
Lubash say?
I don't know.
Okay, repeat that because I was looking at something. You're
Uh,
telling you want her to do what? Or
So-
you're asking her what through
Yeah.
Lubash?
If she feels uncomfortable in this place, then just let me know. We can leave because all the people are giving us looks.
They confer with each other in Orcish. There's some Orcish shrugs, and Lubash's like, okay. She seemed fine for now. We just got here.
Totally.
I mean, it's uncomfortable. I mean, the elevation is low. It's very warm down here. I mean, but it was like that at Shrine, so.
Would she rather stay here in town or would she rather come with us? What does she want?
She'd rather be with her husband, I guess. But she's not very savvy on way of the wilderness down here. She hasn't ever really traveled far out from our orc village before we were driven down from mountain. So I personally, as her brother, don't necessarily think it'd be necessarily safe for her to be gallivanting around everywhere. But she'd rather be with her husband. Y'all did just get married. You need honeymoon.
I agree. Well, we'll save the honeymoon for another time, but we have some business to get down to, and I don't want her to get hurt, but if she wants to be with me, I won't say no.
Okay, well, that's good, I guess.
Suppose.
Firbolg.
I want to talk to Sork and ask him to see if he can finish just writing down the notes. Talk to him about
You want him to finish translating the scroll?
I want him to finish translating the scroll for me.
The scroll.
Like, I'll give him access to the scroll and his notes, but not to the orb.
Okay. He says it'll take him a couple days and he'll need some privacy. Like, you can probably stash him in one of the rooms that's to the back past the fireplace over here. Or stash him at the inn, pay for him to have a couple of nights in the inn. But he's going to need a couple of days to, like, sit there and, he does also say that it's going to be a little bit harder on him because there's some other books back at Nomengard that he was using.
Well, we could always just send someone down Nomengard on our way back up, or we can just pass by it whenever we go to dwarf excavations, which is what I'd like to do.
Well, let's say, just for the sake of randomness, if he tries to translate the scroll without going back to get the other books he says he needs, it's going to be 2 dice 6 days for him to finish it. If you go back and get books he says he needs, 1 dice 6 days to finish it.
Tell him to just finish it without the notes.
Okay.
I feel like he can muster that.
He says it's going to take him, you lucky bastard, 2 days.
2 days.
So.
Oh, that's perfect.
Nice.
Alright, so you're going to just make him do it here at the manor.
Yeah,
he's going to need some stuff. He's going to need, like, paper and quills and some ink.
Set him up with
He's
some
going to
money.
need, like, a lantern,
Yeah.
a place to sleep. He's going to need a bed.
How much money does he need? I've got plenty
here.
of silver.
I want...
Well, that's stuff you're going to have to take care of in the morning. It's more like right now, you're, like, putting together a little shopping list of the stuff that he says he needs. He's going to need, like, a little writing desk or something to write on.
we could just set him up in the inn and just have like a Ruby or someone just keep an eye on him while he's there.
Yeah.
And just be there with him. Make sure he's
That would take
protected.
care of a lot of, like, the bedding and the desk and having proper lighting
And
other
so
shit.
we can just wait and while we fix
And just
this.
pick up some just basic writing utensils at the provision store for him.
Sounds good.
And then just give him a couple days.
Sounds good.
Alright. Hartman,
Hartman.
anything else you want to talk about with anybody here? About things you'd like to do, things
Right.
you'd like to accomplish.
Right now, the biggest concern on his mind is taking care of Fuyet. So he's going to keep, well...
How are you going to take care of Puya? Just keep asking her if she's okay, or you can talk to people, make sure everyone's okay with her, or go around, bring her around.
Yeah, let's, well, okay, I go around and I introduce her to the main dudes, people that she might be staying with if I have to leave her.
Phandalin, Ruby, Galandro.
Yeah. Let's
Wester.
Let's go over to Ruby, Galandro, and Fallbank, and I go ahead and each one of them I introduce them. I say, this
Ruby
is my
already
new
knows.
wife. This is my new wife, Puyet. I hope you take kindly to her. She's a little aggressive, but she will learn the ways of your people, and then she will be respectful to your customs.
Right.
Pick her up in the mountains with Ruby.
And we need to talk to Elmer in the morning to get a bunch of supplies, like tarp for a wagon.
If you need any of the money that the orcs gave me, just let me know.
Oh yeah, I don't have any money. I got like 60 gold.
Here, I'll give you all my silver because I got plenty of gold.
No, just wait for tomorrow. You can just take it into the Dwarven excavation, not Dwarven excavation, the miners exchange. Trade it out into pamphlets and just some gold, and then you can have pamphlets mostly, and you just use the gold in small towns.
Okay, well, Faldink is like, you know, he's,
How does he feel about it?
he's like trying to, like, has that forced expression of like, oh, congratulations, I'm getting married, and shakes your hand. And it's like, so, I guess since you got a little old lady, you're gonna have to get her a little old house to stay in, huh?
We're thinking about that in the future, but for now she's going to travel with us. along with her brothers.
Okay, Fearbulk, you just heard him say that he's taken the
3 hit point wife out.
orc wife with you. Are you going to react to that?
It's her
I
choice,
would
not
much
mine.
rather you take her hunting or something real quick. Something small and easy to do. You
Show her
can
a few
instantly just
things.
level up and then make her at least a little bit better for the future. Because all you really have to do is like, that could be your honeymoon. You can take her out hunting. I'm sure she would love that as a honeymoon.
I go ahead and ask Luvash about that. Us going out on a hunting spree just to get to know each other one on one.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yes, yes.
Okay. Well,
That can be arranged.
uh,
That's obviously not going to happen right now. This is just okay. So, but that's you're kind of committing to like staying in town for a couple days and just going off, or you're going to like just go wander around some wilderness randomly.
just take a walk out to the woods.
Uh,
Give her my crossbow. Let her show her. A few
Just walk
things.
around until he finds a deer or something.
No, like I said, it'll take. So you're gonna have to make like survival rolls to see if you can track down game, and then see if you can kill it before it can flee. Is basically how that kind of works.
Yes.
And if you can do so, yeah, you'll both nibble up a little tiny bit of experience, and then
Nice.
once you get up to 300, but that's going to take a while. So I mean,
And bond together.
yeah,
All right.
but it's safer than just dragging her out into mainline combat. And in the meantime, if you do have to go do something, then she can stay at the house. You can come back and do that more until you get her leveled up.
Nice.
Oh.
So she's needed.
Is it my turn to initiate conversation?
Yeah, if you want.
Alright. I want to talk to Phandalin real quick because I had this great idea that if Puyet ever needs to stay here while me and Hartman are out, that Phandalin can just keep an eye on her, and like if she wants something to do, she can even help him on his farm.
Well, I'm getting a little on in years, and my back ain't what it used to be. So I guess having a little simple labor. What's up with these other 2 orcs, though?
They're her protectors. They're escorting her. She's quite frail.
So they're gonna be in town with her all the time?
Luvash, do you think you guys are going to stick around for a while?
We follow your orders.
Let me think. Well, what should we do for a bomb?
We
Should we let them stick around?
could let him.
Should it be good for translating? And she's comfortable around them.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd have to be the translator for y'all.
Yeah.
Wisdom check.
18.
Like the more orcs there are, the more tense you're gonna make things in town. So if you leave Puyet behind, Phandalin will be able to successfully keep an eye on her. There's plenty of people around that like keep her from
Rummaging.
being killed by some random thing. But having the 2 like male adult warrior orcs also hanging out in town while y'all are gone, that will probably lead to bad things.
I think so.
Yeah.
We could always leave Lubuk with Puyet if we
Luvash.
ever leave him in town. So it'd only be 1 other orc. It wouldn't be too bad, and just make sure he tries to stay around the manor or just go out hunting instead of going through town a lot.
Luvash and Mord can stick with us on our journey in Puyet.
Lubash is the one that speaks common. Morg just speaks orc and giant.
So we're going to have both of them, at least if we want, because Mord can't speak to anyone, but Luvash is the only translator.
Which is why I was saying, like,
Well, Morg can talk to the Fearbulk,
Yeah.
so having him come along with y'all and leaving Lubash behind with Puyet, I guess would make a bit more sense because Lubash could at least communicate with the other townspeople.
yeah.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to give him a very strict commands before you leave, and that's like I said, that's not necessarily gonna happen like this minute or anything.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
it's contingencies.
Let's see. Miners exchange.
So Wester's like, well, so what are y'all gonna do next? I guess you don't want to continue going through the putting on the show of protecting the town from the dragon, since you've already talked to the dragon and she's not
Yeah.
going to attack the town as long as you help her do her thing, apparently. Are you going to tell any of the people here about what Cryovane's offer was? Do you what other things do you want to seek advice about? In terms of the people who have expertise in anything, you have a chick from the library monks. You have a forest scout who works for Falcon.
I wanted to talk to Talon real quick about if he's ever heard of the Nagpa. I've gotten word from Crowvane that there's a dark Nagpa living near the top of Neverwinter Woods.
Well, that's up in the Fey folk controlled areas. I imagine anything powerful up there, the Summer Queen and them would know about it.
But I believe Crowvane believes she's working, or it's working for the Summer Queen.
Huh. I'd have to...
In part with it.
That's something I'd have to kick up the chain of command a bit, but I don't go up much to that area. We generally have a general understanding to stay out of the regions past Fort Hobb.
Well, if you ever ask around, just please tell Falcon so whenever I see him in the next couple weeks, I'll have a little bit more intel.
I'll probably be heading back up to the hunting lodge after I leave the town anyway, so I'll convey that as well as what'd you call it again? A Nagpa?
Nagpa.
Nagpa.
Nagpa, whatever that is in common. And let's see. Oh, and Crowvane gave me an offer. If we can help her get out of, what's the name of this world?
TTIRL. You're on the continent of Faerun, on the planet of TTIRL.
If we can get off, or if she can get off TTIRL with her castle, I believe it was
Wyvern Tor.
Wyvern Tor. And that would make it to where at least we'd have a way to get her away from the town and just give her her own land so we don't ever have to worry about her.
Never again.
Well, it's certainly a bold plan, Wester says. I don't have no idea how you're going to go about doing it.
We've heard that there are a lot of elemental cults, of which one might even be able to teleport castles all the way up to Frostfell. And Donabella, do you believe that you have any knowledge about any cults around here? Or just knowledge on cults that might be able to do that?
Of elemental cults?
Of elemental cults.
You know, actually, not that long ago, some stories came up out of Waterdeep that there's this group of knights that use flying mounts called the Feathergale Society, and that they rooted out and destroyed some cult of air elementals called like the Howling Hunters or the Hunting Haters or something like that, and they burned them out of they had some sort of like secret base in the Desserin Hills, or maybe it was the Sumber Hills. Some hills there in the
Between the
Desserin
Sword
Valley.
Mountains and the Star Mountains.
Yeah, somewhere there in the Desserin Valley in the hills. These people called the Feathergale Society had destroyed some cult of air elementalists. And these Feathergale Society are knights from Waterdeep who use flying mounts like griffins and giant birds and shit like that.
Interesting. Well, Micah, do you have anything you wish to ask of anyone?
And then of course there's the Scarlet Moon Druids. They're all over the area.
Of course.
They're like a growing popular faction. Other than that, I can't think of any like elemental cults that I know of that are active. At least nothing that I've read about at my library.
So only the fire and air cults.
Well, Hartman's pretty much ready to go whenever you guys are, just to get things settled here back and, you know, buy some rations, get resupply and get on to the next quest.
Well, just make sure.
Yeah, if there's anything else you need to know.
Like not just the Crowvane conversation, but there's like other things that you are on your character's interest list. If someone who works for Falcon or an Ugma cultist who has access to a lot of information, it's something that Wester, like your last chance to get advice or input on anything that you're curious about. And Wester was asking, what do you think you're going to do next? Are you going to continue on with wanting to play act as if you're protecting the town from the dragon, or are you just going to lean in on this teleporting the dragon off this planet somehow?
We don't need to pretend to fight an enemy that's not an actual enemy. I believe that letting people know that the dragon isn't going to attack their town is better than just being safe from the dragon.
Ogma would suggest that there's a lot of different types of magic and artifacts out there in the world. You don't necessarily have to go hunting down some obscure elemental cults. Her suggestion would either be come back to Neverwinter and look through the library there. She says Silvery Moon has a really good library with a bunch of old stuff because it's an elf city. And then there's, of course, Candlekeep, but you're going to have to take a couple weeks sailing to get down there. But Candlekeep is like if you can't find it anywhere else, you'll find it at fucking Candlekeep. If it's known, it's to be found there. But if you ever go to Candlekeep, the price of admission is you have to bring them a book that's not already in their library. Otherwise, they won't let you in.
Just hand him a blank book.
It's not in your library.
There's like a naked drawn, like a really poorly naked drawn dude.
I mean, actually, that
My
could work.
book. B-U-K.
Once it's completed, Sork's notebook might count.
Ooh.
That would be helpful, as long as he doesn't try to run off or anything.
But that'd only be enough to let one of you in.
One's all we need, right?
Yeah.
To go look
I
through
can
the
go in
library
there
and talk to
find
people in the
whatever
library.
we could find.
Collectively have to.
But like I said, that's a big little trip. You're gonna have to spend some money to get passage on a ship. Very few ships probably sail directly to Candlekeep, so you're gonna have to like sail to Baldur's Gate and get off there and complete the journey down to Candlekeep, unless you commission a ship entirely just for yourselves, which will be even more expensive than just buying passage on a liner.
Yeah.
So, but
Not
she
to
does, like
mention
I said, she
retail,
does say that you're doing more research at the library at Neverwinter or the library in Silvery Moon are her two suggestions.
And I believe that's about all.
There's still...
I wanted to talk to Wester real quick about, Alright, so we officially know that it was Lenine Greywind, right?
Oh, yes.
Alright. What did y'all do with her body?
Oh, well, the body is buried. They have, like, the stuff she had on her from the crime scene is at the town hall. Her shop is sealed, and her house is also sealed.
Do you have a key to her house? I feel that she might have been working for Yartar as a spy.
Yeah, I think you've earned enough clout around here. I could let you into the house in the morning.
Thank you.
Just come by my house at the town hall, and I'll take you over there with the keys.
Perfect.
All right.
And I
So-
believe that's all I needed.
You feel like, are y'all? He never. I guess that's your next thing you're gonna do, because he was asking. So what's your next step gonna be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next step is checking Lenine's place
Okay.
and
And then just doing some like basics, like
Yeah.
household kind of stuff for
like,
just for y'all in general.
set Zork up in the end, buy some paper and ink and whatever else you might need. Keep Ruby to watch him, buy a wagon tarp, draft horse, miners exchange. Actually, I have to buy 2 draft horses because we actually have that small wagon.
No, that was Elmar's cart.
Right, but I was hoping to buy it from him
Oh, well, yeah.
because it was probably a little damaged or something. Has an orc arrow sticking out the side.
You'd have to try for that. You still you still have to actually have like an encounter with Elmar and tell him about Ander and all that
If
kind of
nothing
shit.
else, I might be able to buy something from. Well, Phandalin still here. Can I ask him if he has a draft horse we could pick up in the morning?
Oh, certainly. I got a nice chestnut one. That'd be just perfect for a nice little team wagon setup.
Perfect. And I believe that's it.
All right, so you get to select 2 sidekicks.
Dun 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 dun.
But because of communications, if you take Puyet, she's got to be his sidekick because only she can talk to him directly through the fact they both speak giant. Otherwise, it'd be too much of a chain. So you have to convince him to take Puyet as his sidekick, and then you have to control the other sidekick. Or are you going to leave her in town with Faldank
And
and
Sork's
just take
gonna
her
be staying
hunting
in
a
town
couple
for-
times until you get her to level up?
Sork's gonna be staying in town.
Okay.
Ruby's gonna be staying in town for at least 2 days.
So who are your sidekicks going to be?
Let's see. So Ruby's out of the picture. Cool.
You're gonna.
Do you want to take Puyet?
You're gonna pay Ruby for another week then of working for you.
Yep.
She's gonna take a gold coin. All right.
She'll take mine.
All right. Yeah, I paid her last time.
Cool.
So you still have, and you're gonna leave Puyet.
Or taking Puyet or leaving her.
It sounds like we're gonna go with the take her around, get her hunt, do some hunting, and have Phandalin keep an eye on her if you have to go out of town.
Yeah.
For
Alright,
anything. So you still have Sork, Galandro, Talon, and Donabella.
Sork's staying and getting the work done.
Okay.
Talon's level 3.
Talon's a level 3 scout, expert. Donabella's a level 1 spellcaster. Galandro's a level 1 expert minstrel.
I wanted to have Donabella go back up to, oh wait, no, I didn't. No, that was Talon. I need Talon to go to talk to Falcon.
To take him back confirmation about that you'll show up to the owlbear hunt and to tell Falcon about the Nagpa.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that leaves Donabella Fiasco and Galandro Luna. You want a spellcaster or...
Well, I guess these are your two guys since they're the only two left. Everyone else has got assignments.
Oh, Puyet's sticking.
Yeah, but she's not going to be a sidekick.
Oh, right.
Like I said, everyone else has an assignment, so to speak.
Yeah, so we worked it all out.
Alright, so who's going to be Galandro and who's going to control Donabella?
Let's see what they are.
He has a fiddle.
Yeah, you just have a fiddle.
She has a quarterstaff, firebolts. Do you want to work with the cantrips, and I'll just have the
that
the
works,
dude with the
'cause
dagger?
I feel like I could probably actually get use out of the pole of collapsing with her. That sounded weird for some reason. Alright, and so yeah, I'm holding on to Donabella, he's holding on to Galandro. And that's worked out very well.
Alright, well, that is the end of the council meeting, and we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Well, hey everybody, it's your old pal King Wasmady here. Just wanted to bring you some holiday wishes for this upcoming Halloween, and to let you know that coming pretty soon, we're going to be having It's a Call of Cthulhu Christmas, Charlie Brown. It'll be a one-shot adventure we're going to be running using this here Call of Cthulhu starter set, and we'll be preparing that this December. And sometime soon, right around Halloween, we'll be doing kind of a teaser where we're going to be having our resident dungeon master, Raymond Joshua, play through the solo adventure that comes with this game kit that teaches you how to play. So be sure to join us, and we'll see you when we see you. Oh, come, all ye faithful, and hit like and subscribe. I want you to watch all my videos tonight.
Welcome back to Horde of the Dragon Queen 2. So, you have had a long rest after your council meeting. It is now the morning of the 6th day of the first week of the fading. It's exactly 21 days away from your owl hunt that you've been invited to.
21 days and counting.
So, you have some things to do and take care of. How would you like to proceed?
First things first, I want to go out and look at the wagon, check through Raskin's pack, see if I find anything of interest.
You find a small map of trails that reveals the location of the Mountain's Toe gold mine. Of the landmarks you need to follow to be able to find the Mountain's Toe without just searching around randomly.
Alright, so I'm just going to write Raskin's map.
Yeah. You found Don John Raskin's map.
Alright, so at least now I know where the toe mine is. And let's see here. Any, just basic useful items I could take from it?
It's just all the standard stuff that's in an adventurer's pack, which you can find on page 151. Like I said, itself is a backpack. It's got another bedroll. It's got a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin, and another 50 feet of rope.
Alright, well now we can use that for Puyet. Alright, so...
And I give her his explorer's pack?
Yeah, it's just basic explorer's items, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just give that to her to make sure she has some good stuff.
Alright, well I guess,
Nice. And...
She does have a decent amount of fucking equipment of her own already. She does come with her own backpack, a bedroll, and blanket. She has her own tinderbox. She has 2 pythons and an ice hammer, and her fortune-telling bones, and 50 feet of rope. So this is actually kind of redundant for her.
Alright, we can just keep it in the wagon then.
I think I could sell my leather armor, get some upgraded hide armor.
You could do that, or you could buy. Well, you can't actually because the fucking armor store is closed now.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Elmar can order things, but it'll take a couple days for the order to get up to Neverwinter and then to come back with stuff.
We can go talk to Wester and maybe even look through her armor, see if we can grab anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to go talk to Wester anyway, so...
So you're gonna start off going to the Wester in this town hall. Okay.
Here's my character.
Yee.
So over here, well-de-do-de-do, and Stonehill Inn, Townmaster's Hall. Let's go there, knock on the door, like, hey Wester, open up, it's us.
Yeah, I was expecting it. Hang on. He comes out to the door. So you still wanted to head over and look at Lenine's house?
Yeah, but real quick, you said you had her equipment here. Mind if we take a look through it?
Yeah, come on in. There's a little kind of storeroom off to the side, and on top of a wooden crate, there's some armor.
What kind?
That looks like that. It's not really anything heavy, but he's got this horseshoe crab shield, sword, and just some basically kind of just nautical looking themed leather armor. Let me check. Double check.
Use one every now and then, anyways. Or if you did.
I don't have shields. I got my X.
Got your X.
Go with my X.
And
shark tooth long sword. And actually, really not much in the way of actual armor. There was a helmet, but it's cracked open.
yeah, because I whacked it.
Right.
Want a bloody helmet?
No, I'm good.
But
Right.
okay, so you're not gonna. So you're not gonna take either.
I want to grab her sword and just kind of hold on to it.
Okay, so you're gonna take the shark tooth longsword.
Yeah.
Write that down. You take it as evidence,
Yep.
but you're not gonna take the giant crab shell.
Oh yeah, I might as well take both since
Okay.
we're at it.
All right. You don't have to necessarily carry them on you. You can just.
Let's say that we brought the small cart because we do have to take it back to Elmar.
Mm-hmm.
So we currently just set it in the cart. And let's see.
And you got Leonardo the horse on the cart,
Yep.
running the cart around. Okay.
Let's see. And it's a shark tooth longsword.
Yeah. And a giant crab shield.
Alrighty. And mind if we get that key?
Yeah, just follow me. He'll lead you over to where her house is, which... Let's see, where's the lion shield coster? There. Right here.
Is that small little house? Alright.
Yeah.
That's not that far. It's boop.
Alright.
Alright,
He unlocks the door and lets you in. So what exactly are you doing? What are you looking for here?
I'm looking for papers, or actually I use detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
And so while that's going off, I'm looking for any magical items or papers. around
There's
the house.
something in the bedroom. It basically is like it opened the front door. There's like a little living room, kitchen, dining area, and then there's one bedroom at the back.
Right, so go all the way to the back and rummage around until you find the small magic item.
Again, in the end table by the head of the bed in the drawer, you find a sending stone.
A sending
a single sending stone. But it does cast off of it. Does ping on your detect magic. Also, there's it's not as heavy of magic signature, but there's something weird. There's in a room. There's against the wall. There's like a little shrine. I guess make an Arcana roll.
+4, I believe. Arcana is my intelligence +2. 9 +2 is 11.
And if you have the skill, you add your proficiency bonus too,
No,
so another
so-
+2.
Yeah, so
Your total
13.
of 13. The symbols look similar to some of the symbols you remember reading in that Temple of Elemental book.
Interesting.
And there's a bowl of water, and it's the water that seems to be kind of giving us like a faint magic aura, like maybe it's holy water or something.
Well, I want to get a vial from my herbalist kit and just kind of take a sample of it.
Okay, so you dig out your bag, you're rummaging through your kit, and everyone roll initiative.
7.
8. It's the initiative card.
7, 8.
Yep.
All right. So you're 2, and you're 3.
You sure? You got 8. Oh wait, yeah, no. Oh no, I'm thinking. Numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
As you're rummaging, you hear like you hear the bowl tip over and crash, and a splash of water. You look over, and the bowl had tipped itself over, and the water that flows down onto the floor congeals and oozes up, and takes on the form of a large, shaved-headed guy with a goatee. You kind of vaguely recognize him as the blacksmith that worked in the small little blacksmithy on the side of the lion shield cotter. He's got a big old fancy looking dagger, and his skin's kind of bluish because of the just transforming out of water like he just did, so he would look like this guy, if I can find the picture.
Well,
Alright.
He's got a big old fancy, like, just knife, and he gets to go first, because he's got the highest initiative.